Good day everyone, good day ma'am. The topic is gunpowder and its explosive. Before I start, my name is John Richard F. Montefalco. Proceed na po tayo sa introduction. Gunpowder. The first chemical explosive is gunpowder, also known as black powder, is the earliest known chemical explosive. Its innovation, revolution, warfare, and various industries. Its mixture of potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal, where salpeter acts as an oxidizer and the other two as fuels. A briefly of gunpowder. Originating in China around the 19th century, initially for medical purposes, its explosive properties were soon recognized. By the 10th century, it was used in warfare, initially in firearms and bombs before evolving into firearms and cannons. Its use spread rapidly across Asia and then Europe, transforming warfare in the process. From black powder to modern explosive. Black powder, relatively slowly decomposition rate classified it as low explosive, while effective as a propellant, it's slow, limited its use in mining and demolition. The invention of nitroglycerin in 1847 and later dynamite mark a significant advancement, providing more powerful and versatile explosive. Smokeless powder based on the nitrocellulose further improved firearm technology. The evolution of explosive. The evolution of explosive continue with the creation of trinitrotoluene and other high explosive offering great powder and stability for military and industrial application. Modern explosives are categorized by their sensitive velocity of detonation and other properties, each tailored for specific applications. Gunpowder lasting legacy. Although largely replaced in many applications by more powerful and safer alternatives, gunpowder remains significant due to its historical impact and continued use in some pyrotechnics and specialized application. Its innovation marked pivotal moments in human history, forever changing warfare and mining and various other industry. And the next present for the classification of explosive, Mr. Aljon Jaspa.
Good day everyone, my name is Aljon B. Gaspa, Base Criminology Blackay. Classification of gunpowder. 1. Black powder. Ito ang pinakaunang uri ng gunpowder na ginagamit sa kasaysayan. Matagal na bago pa maimbento ang mga modernong baril. 75% potassium nitrate KNO3. Nagbibigay ng oxygen para masunog ang iba pang sangkap. 15% charcoal, uling, nagsisilbing fuel o gatong. 10% sulfur, nagpapabilis sa pag-apoy at tumutulong para sa mga mas mabilis na pagsunog. Kapag ginamit, mausok ito. Kaya nga black powder at particles reduce o na lalabing na naiwan sa baril sa kamay ng pagputok. Ginagamit pa rin ito sa ilang firearms at old style firearms. Smokeless powder. Modernong uri ng gunpowder at mas ginagamit na ngayon kaysa black powder. Tinatawag na smokeless powder kasi kaunti o halos walang usok na lumalabas kapag sumabog. Mas malinis ito at hindi masyadong nang iwan ng reduce. Ginagamit ito sa karamihan ng moderno firearms baril. May dalawang klase, A. Single base smokeless powder. Gawa lang sa nitrolus, isang compound na mabilis masunog. Mas stable kaysa black powder at mas kontrolado ang pagsabog. Double base smokeless powder. Pinagsamang nitrolus at nitrosin, mas malakas at mas mabilis ang combustion. Mas powerful ito kaysa single base at ginagamit sa high power firearms. Sa paggagawa ng smokeless powder, may dinagdag na organic or inorganic stabilizer na hindi ito madaling sumabog sa maling oras at para tumagal ang shelf life.
Hey everyone, I'm Lester Salazar, and ang next po na i-discuss is classifications of explosions. So A. Mechanical. Explosions caused by expansion of gas producing high pressure beyond the capacity of the container. So mechanical is ito yung pagsabog na nangyayari dahil sa pag-expand ng gas na nagiging sanhi ng mataas na pressure na lampas sa kapasidad ng lalagyan. Isang halimbawa nito is yung kapag yung pressure cooker is sobrang pinainit at hindi nakalabas ang steam, nagiging sobrang pressure nito at pwedeng sumabog. So letter B, atomic. Explosions that result from atomic or nuclear transformations. So ito naman ay mga pagsabog na nagmumula sa atomic o nuclear transformations. Halimbawa is ang pagsabog ng atomic bomb, kung saan ang mga atom ay nagbabago at naglalabas ng napakalaking enerhiya. Then letter C, chemical explosions. Explosions produced through the extremely rapid transformation of the unstable substances accompanied by formation of heat. So, chemical explosions naman is yung pagsabog na nangyayari dahil sa pamamagitan ng napakabilis na pagbabago ng mga substance na nagre-resulta sa pagbuo ng init. Isang halimbawa nito is ang pagsabog ng firecracker, kung saan ang mga chemical sa loob ay nagre-react ng mabilis at nagiging sanhi ng pagsabog at liwanag.
I am Domingo Alberto, Black Eye. Classification of explosive. A. Propellants or low explosive. Propellants, also known as a low explosive, are substances that burn slowly and produce control and release of energy. High explosive are characterized by their rapid decomposition and intense shattering effect.
My name is Jerome B. Flores from B-Scream Black Eye. I will discuss the primary or initiating explosive. Extremely sensitive with detonation by heat, shock, friction, and impact. Detonate without burning. For example, is yung mga leads, acids, mercury, and fulminate. At letter D, other explosive. C4 often referred with as plastics explosive.
Good day everyone, my name is Iverson Isabellera, and today let's talk about criteria for an explosive to have a chemical reaction. Number 1, chemical instability. Too much nitrogen makes explosives unstoppable and easily triggered. Number 2, oxygen source. Fluorate or nitrate supply oxygen to support rapid combustion. Number 3, fuel. Elements like carbon and hydrogen act as fuel and turn into gases like CO2 and H2O during explosion.
Good day, ma'am. I'm Lopez Mark Angel from Stream 3I, and I'm here to discuss methods of examination of residue. Paraffin test. A test to determine whether a person fired a gun or not with his bare hands. Procedures. Paraffin test. Taking the cast to extract the nitrates embedded in the skin. Defilamine test. The chemical aspect of the test determines the presence and distribution of nitrates. Step-by-step procedure. Paraffin test, step-by-step procedure. First, melt the paraffin wax around 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Then, brush onto suspect hands, fingers, and thumb. The wax hardens into a flexible cast, dropping any gunpowder particles on the skin. The cast is carefully peeled off and preserved for testing. Defilamine test, step-by-step procedure. The paraffin cast is treated with defilamine reagent, a mix of defilamine and sulfuric acid. If nitrates are present, a blue or dark reaction occurs due to the oxidation of defilamine. The pattern of blue spots can indicate whether the residues match the gunshot discharge. Concentrated on thumb and index fingers for a right-handed shooter.
Hey everyone, I am Pacheco Richie Ryan C. from BS Scream 3I. The visible result of an explosion. The visible result of an explosion include immediate effects like fireballs, shockwaves, and flash blindness, as well as long-term effects like structural damage, debris fallout, and potential long-term health consequences. Immediate effects of visible blindness. Fireballs. Explosions, especially those involving flammable materials like hydrogen or explosives, can create large fireballs. Shockwaves. Explosions generate shockwaves that travel outward at supersonic speed, causing damage to structures and potentially injuring people. Flash blindness. The intense light produced by the explosion, particularly nuclear explosions, can cause temporary blindness. These are the other visible effects. Structural damage. Buildings and structures can be damaged by the blast wave, including broken windows, collapsed walls, and damage to building system. Debris fallout. Explosions can send debris, including dirt and radioactive particles, into the air, which can fall into the ground as fallout. Dust and smoke. Explosions can also create clouds of dust and smoke that can obscure visibility and cause respiratory problems. Long-term effects. This can include the spread of radioactive fallout from nuclear explosions to the damage to the infrastructure and environment from the other types of explosions, which can lead to long-term health consequences.
I'm Christian Rivera de Masangal from 3I. Let's continue gunpowder residue test. The dephenilamine reagent is also applied to cotton swabbing of the barrel and the chamber of the gun to determine if the firearm was fired. A deep blue color resulting from the reactions of the nitrates with the reagents indicates presence of the gunpowder residue. So, ang dephenilamine reagent ay ginagamit sa pag-swab gamit ang bulak or cotton. Ginagawa ito sa loob ng baril upang matukoy kapag ang baril daw ay pumutok or hindi. Next is gunshot range determination. When the gun is discharged, gunpowder residue may also be deposited on the clothing of the victim. The size and density of the pattern of the gunpowder residue found on the clothing are the main factors considered in determining approximate distance of the firearm to the victim. As the distance to the victim increases, the size and density and the pattern decreases. So, tinutukoy naman dito yung distansya gamit ang
pulbura daw sa pagkapag dumikit to sa iyong damit. So doon mo daw nalalaman kung gaano ka kalayo or kalapit.
Good day everyone, my name is Lovely Guerrero and I'm here to discuss the explosive analysis. Number 1 is the color reaction or wet method in explosive analysis. It is a qualitative analytical technique used to identify explosive compounds based on their chemical reaction with specific reagents that produce characteristic color changes. Next is the TLC or the thin layer chromatography. Is a useful analytical technique in explosive analysis, particularly for the identification and separation of explosive compounds and their residues. And then the last one, explosive analysis, is the IR spectrometry. Is especially useful for detecting and identifying explosive materials because each chemical compound has a unique set of molecular vibrations that absorbs infrared light at characteristic wavelengths.